Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday to you, which is something I don't say very often. I made it through the tropical storm Helene. Made it out on the other side. Everything's okay here. We have some debris and branches down, a couple power interruptions, but we got through it fairly easily. There are other parts of town that aren't faring so easy. We do have some trees down here and there, and people are chainsawing them away and removing the trees currently. So we're picking up the pieces here in Florida, and God knows it's a lot worse to the west of here in the path of Helene, because that was a big storm, and it was a fast-moving storm, which meant that it had very high winds, and yeah, that wasn't fun. Let's hope for fewer hurricanes in the future. But getting off the subject of hurricanes, I'm returning to Lord of the Rings Online tonight, which is kind of cool, right? Yeah, that's kind of cool. I spent damn near a month playing Hogwarts Legacy. I am going to return to Hogwarts Legacy come October, because it's Harry Potter in October, right? But I think I'm gonna be playing with Lord of the Rings Online a little bit more. I've personally challenged myself to understand the new skill system. I've personally challenged myself to understand all the different things that you can do that I might not understand or be used to. And I'm gonna do my absolute best to stick with Sebastian, my bear. But I'm also gonna do my absolute best to adapt to this new system. So we're gonna see how it turns out. I am, if you haven't noticed I know it's hard to see, but my shirt says Stream for Starlight, because we're raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation all this month. They're an organization, they're a charity that they bring smiles to kids in hospitals. So they bring things like entertainment, video games, workbooks, toys, wagons, VR headsets. I mean, Starlight Children's Foundation is fantastic. And when a kid is scared and trapped in the hospital, Starlight's one of those charities that can really, really, really bring a lot of sunshine into their life. And, I was in the hospital for a whole month last year in the ICU due to my burns and everything. I don't know how well you can see that on my arm there and how my hand doesn't open up all the way, but being in the hospital isn't easy, and I was a long ways from my family and all that, and I can't imagine how that would feel if I was a kid. And so that went through my mind a lot while I was in there. How this would feel if I was a kid. It would be terrifying. And so that's why just a little bit I want to raise awareness for Starlight Children's Foundation and all the good they do, bringing happiness, bringing these little tokens of joy into the hospital rooms for kids to interact with directly, whether it be a video game or a VR headset or a workbook, or even just a really cool kid design. Well, not kid design, but, kid sort of a kid version of a hospital gown. Like imagine if a kid made a hospital gown. That's what the Starlight gowns look like. Like they don't look like regular boring disposable hospital gowns. Those are kind of drab, aren't they? I know they probably make hospital gowns to be cheerful, but I don't think they do a very good job. But Starlight does do a very good job, and their gowns are really cool. I think they even have the magnetic snaps so that the kids can easily take the things off and everything. Wow, that would have been convenient. So let me Starlight show you what they do.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids, regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, they are scared, lonely, and stressed. Being in hospital facing painful treatments takes away from the happiness of childhood. But that's where Starlight comes in. At Starlight, we provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of, the things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile. Delivered to over 800 children's hospitals and medical facilities across the country, can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
And here we have on the screen different incentives that if you happen to donate tonight to Starlight, and I have links in chat. I have links down below my stream. Just click on the QR code. That'll take you directly into my Tiltify campaign. Or you can click on the subscribe button down below. That's a Starlight button now. And you can see here that if you do donate, you could possibly contribute bringing a VR headset to some kids, bring a video game, just even providing a video game system for a hospital, which is that's amazing. And so those are just a few of the little incentives. I also have personal incentives. If you donate tonight, for every donation, you get to put a star sticker of your color choice on my shirt. And for tonight, it's 2 for 1, so you get to put 2. And if you donate $5, you put 2 sets of beads around my neck. If you donate $10, you can color 2 different colors into my beard. I have hair chalk, different colors of hair chalk and stuff. And and I'm just saying, if you donate $20, I will paint 2 of my fingernails. Now, several of my fingernails have been painted. We've had some very generous donations come in, and I can't thank y'all enough for your generosity towards Starlight. But, you know, there's still time. The month's not over yet. And if any of you do have a little extra generosity, have a little extra that maybe you could give, trust me when I say that the children that benefit from Starlight and all the wonderful things that they do to bring happiness into hospital rooms where kids are undergoing procedures and having to, you know, have tests done and everything, that's incredibly tedious. And it really does make them feel like a kid again, and just brightens up their day, lights up their smile when Starlight walks in the room. So that's why I raise money for them. That's why I'm doing it. And tonight, right now, I'm returning to Lord of the Rings Online, which is a game that I used to play daily. And I stopped playing because in a recent update, I threw a little temper tantrum, which looking back on it, I probably shouldn't have. But I didn't really understand the changes that they had made to my class, which is a lore master. And a lore master is kind of sort of like I guess in the Lord of the Rings universe, if there was such a thing as a human wizard, a lore master is kind of like that. Now, in Lord of the Rings, wizards are typically not human. Wizards are these very unusual sort of spirit beings that I guess could be compared to angels. But their intent, as far as why they look like Gandalf and Saruman and all those people, their intent as to why they look like older men is to gain the trust of the men of the West, which I suppose is sort of the point, right? To gain the trust of the men of the West, so that they can advise them as to how to properly guard against the coming of Sauron. Hold on. You have to forgive me. Give me just 1 second here. Doopy doopy doop. There we go. That's a little better. I was trying to put on something that actually sounded like music. You'll have to forgive me. That was just ambient noise in the background. I don't mind ambience, but you can't call it music if it's just ambience. It's just like 3 kids talking in the background or something. Like, what the hell am I listening to? So, Lord of the Rings Online, the Lore Masterclass had a little bit of a change. And the change that they had was one that I didn't completely understand. So I'm going to be diving back into it tonight. This time I'm going to be going back to my home server of Gladden. And I'm doing so because my original lore master there is like level 124, I think. And I want to see if I can build my traits, my tree, I forget what I call it. It's been such a long time. Trait tree. Back up again in a way that makes me somewhat similar to what I was before. Now, I don't know if it's even possible, but we're going to have some fun trying to find out. Yeah, I have a lot of points to spend in that game, and it has been a while. It's been 4 months since I logged into that character, so I am a little bit nervous. But yeah, let's dive into it and see what we get out of it. Also for tonight, I've decided to put some tunes on and sort of leave some tunes on, if that's okay. It's just one of those nights where I think I need some tunes to just sort of chill out. And not that there's anything wrong with the music of Lord of the Rings Online. It's just Lord of the Rings Online can be very intense sometimes when it comes to music. It's just sort of a lot of the same sort of dum dum da da dum da da dum da da dum, you know. All respect to Howard Shore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just I don't know. I just wanted some tunes. It's a Saturday night, you know. So let me know if the music does get on your nerves. I'm gonna try to keep it low enough so that it's just kind of in the background and it's not overpowering. But that also means I'm gonna bring down the in-game music. So give me just 1 second to do that. You're gonna hear 2 sets of music for a moment. Like that. Okay. And I want to make sure that my volume is about appropriate on Monster Cat. And you can let me know if the music is too high, too low, etc., etc. Come on. Lord of the Rings Online. You can do it. Where are you? Hold on. You have to forgive me, everyone. What in the world? Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. Do. There it is. Okay, boom. There's my game. Beautiful. Now I have to make sure that it's active on the other screen. Hold on. I probably need to clean up my list of games that I have visible and not visible at some point. So this is my character. Actually, maybe the music is a little too high. I don't want it to sound like a disco. Nice. God, I sound old. A disco. All right. Let's log in and let's just check out what the hell's going on, huh? We'll go to our traits and we'll try to rebuild our trait tree as best as possible. Which is I don't know how it's going to go. I guess we'll see. Okay. And I'm going to try to go for as long as possible tonight. That's what she said. Aha. Now, a little game called Mage has to get used to this damn game again. So, give me a moment. I'm standing on this very polygonal rock. Here, let me stand over here, where the textures are a little prettier. Alright, give me just a moment. I know there's an enemy, like, right next to me. I'm just kind of hoping that he's gonna go away. Please go away. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to our traits and see. Okay. Here's our traits. We're rebuilding it. I have to do Keeper of Animals because I want Sebastian. That's obvious. Let's see. This is pet morale, pet incoming damage. I feel like that's an absolute. Alright, so let's level these two up first. We have a lot of points to spend here. I mean a lot. Yeah, I guess what we'll do is we'll try to max out the blue line, I guess, as best as we can. There's some things we don't have to spend a whole lot on. Like, I don't necessarily need a bog guardian if I have, like, an eagle or whatever. But I think I'm going to stick with Sebastian for now. So what we're going to do is build up everything that I can to make Sebastian stronger. If I can. Let's see. Maximum around pet morale. That seems pretty important. Let's max that out. Loyalty, that's good. Upon receiving a critical hit, your pet will sacrifice 5% of its morale. Okay, that makes sense. Ginger, hello! You're watching me rebuild my Gladden trait tree for the first time in 4 months. Which is an interesting and overwhelming... I guess I'll just max everything out as best as I can here. I don't really want a saber-tooth, so I can save a point there. I kind of want an eagle, but I don't really want a bog guardian. So I think I'll go ahead and get the eagle. I don't really use the bog guardian. Does anyone use their bog guardian? I know that a lot of people probably use their bog guardian, but at some point I just stopped using my bog guardian. And I stopped using my, my Garfield, too. Which is unfortunate. It's not that I don't want those animals, it's just I'm just trying to save a point. Alright. I need that. Alright. I'll get that. Absorbing and reducing their incoming damage. Okay. That makes sense. So this is a, feels a little overwhelming. It's a lot to read. Absorb and reflect a percentage of all damage done to you whilst inducting. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Critical coordination. You and a companion fight in perfect harmony. When your pet scores a critical hit, your next skill is guaranteed to critical hit as well. Ooh. Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. A murder of crows. You know me, I love a murder of crows. And, feral. You are inspired by your pet companion and you take on a few of its fighting characteristics. For bears, it gives you plus 10% max morale. For birds... Oh, hold on. I hovered off it. For birds, minus 15% for the inductions. Induction setback, immunity. Felines. 5% critical chance, 10% melee damage. That's interesting. And then bog guardians get plus 5 minutes damaging skill, or is it 5 meters? It might be 5 meters. Damaging skill